Where did upside down drafting originate from? Hi, I'm Johnny B from UpsideDownDrafting.com, and no, I did not invent this. I did not originate upside down drafting. I'm just a huge fan who's been playing fantasy football for over 16 years. I have some family ties to the NFL. I know some former players. I know some rookie players, and I know some people who deal with agents and are close ties to players. I get a kick out of this stuff. I think it's the ultimate jigsaw puzzle every year to try to win a league. The thing is there's a lot of new theories and strategies coming out, and everybody's looking at a guy like me who says, wait a minute, if you didn't invent this, then what are you doing with this website? You know what I'm doing? I'm giving back. I'm giving back because I do this for free. I have a good time with it, but I think people really need to understand, well, where did it come from? Okay? You got to go back to the pioneers, the godfathers of fantasy football. Give them the credit, right? Look at Paul Charkanian. Do the opposite. 2001. He was doing something that nobody even thought of. And no one would even consider risking back in the day. 2001, if he's the 11th overall pick, he took a wide receiver because 10 running backs just went in front of him. He's doing something different. Okay, look up Paul. He's an amazing guy. He's got just a wealth of knowledge for fantasy football, very successful at it. He even started League Safe, which I highly recommend. And there you go. Do the opposite. Well, how do I know that? Because Matt Waldman even says that upside down drafting's not even his. He actually reverts and says, I remember Paul doing the opposite. What a humble guy Matt is. Tremendous writer. Okay, he started upside down drafting as far as I know. That's who the credit I give. I don't take responsibility. I just really like it. And I liked it so much, and I was inspired by it so much because I was winning leagues, that I wrote a book and I started this website, and I like to give back. And, here's the deal. Matt talks about when things become conventional, they're no longer safe, okay? I used to surf, and in my book I talk about surfing. Let's take a really good surf spot that is now no longer safe, okay? It became too popular. Secret surf spots are hard to come by. There's still few today, but in 2016, there's just so many more people that it's really hard to keep them a secret. And they're very territorial. Other surfers compete with other surfers. What kind of board do they ride? Where do they line up? Okay. How do they paddle into a wave? Why are they waiting for the big bomb on the outside? All kinds of competitive juices are flowing out there. It could be like the North Shore, right? The Pipe Masters, and it's your average Tuesday morning lineup. But fantasy football is the same way, because once that secret surf spot becomes something that everybody knows about, well, you got a problem. You have a big problem, because now everybody's going to do the same thing. And that's what I see happening right now. You have zero RB out there. Good for zero RB. That's wonderful. In my opinion, I think zero RB is a cookie cutter strategy. Even the name implies zero running backs. So if I take that literally, are you telling me I'm not going to take a runner at all? I'm just going to draft everything but a runner? Or are you saying that I'm going to take a running back in round 13, 14, and 15 of a 15-round draft? I don't know. I don't understand it. That's fine, and that's cool. But again, this is what it looked like when it first started. Do I recommend it to everybody? No, it's not for everybody. It is a strategy, and when used effectively, it can be a nice tool. But it's not something that I say, oh yeah, you have to take, quarterback here, running back there. I put together a checklist. I gave you an exit strategy. I'm not sure zero RB does. Look at them. I don't know. You tell me as you're reading this or listening to this. Okay? All I'm saying is I've seen this. Everyone's seen this. Now it looks like this. Everybody and their brother knows what's going on with this concept. And so has it jumped the shark? I mean, you go back to Paul Charkanian and do the opposite. He thought of that because of the Seinfeld episode with George, right? And then if you look at TV with the Fonz on water skis, he actually jumps over a shark in this episode. I'm not joking you. And from that moment on, that term has been coined when something has gone too far, because it's getting silly now. Everybody and their brothers out here writing articles and talking about these new strategies. But again, I just wanted to make something clear. I didn't start it. I think you owe some credit to Matt Waldman. I think the football guys are doing a fantastic job. Again, he doesn't claim it's his because he talks about Paul, who talks about possibly somebody else that inspired him. So let's just leave it at that. I mean, again, I'm an average guy. I give free advice. I don't charge a darn thing. I'm having fun with this thing. And I got a psychology background. I love to work with athletes. Sports psychology is a huge deal to me. And I don't have a marketing degree. I'm not very good at marketing, but you know what? I run a pretty cool website. I give some advice that works, and if you listen to it, it might help you. And if that's the case, then that's what makes me happy is, you know what? Showing you a couple things that might help you draft or during your year where you don't have to put more quarters in the machine or subscribe to a website or whatnot. I think that's all I'm trying to do. And at UpsideDownDrafting.com, yes, that term has now been changed. Great. I don't care. I'm having fun because I still do hybrid versions of it. I still have exit strategies with it. And you know what? At the end of the day, I still have a different version of this that I still call my secret spot, okay? I'm not ready to share that with anybody just yet. But of course there's going to be morphs and versions of all this stuff. Right? I mean, fantasy football is not an exact science when you draft. Every draft is different, but I just think take it for what it's worth, you know? And give the guys who were before anybody else the credit because I think they deserve it. I really do. I mean, these are pioneer thinkers, and they're going against what I used to call the red tide, you know? Here's the red tide. This is everybody in your league. This is all your buddies, right? All of a sudden they've heard about this strategy. They jump in. It's no longer safe. Everybody knows about it now. The gig's up. Cat's out of the bag. What you want to find is your own version, your own tweak, your own exit strategy, whatever you want to call it. But that's really what the whole concept was about. Thanks for listening to this. I'm Johnny B from UpsideDownDrafting.com. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep winning leagues, and I'm going to keep giving you free advice. Thanks for listening. I hope you're having a great fantasy draft season. And join me on the regular season. I might just help you out. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate all the support. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye. Peace.